Hey everyone, it's Dan here again. I've just made my way down off of the Snowdon mountain, and what a lovely day I've had today. And I just wanted to create a short little video discussing the 5 different circular routes that you could go on if you wanted to go up Snowdon. So, why go up and down the same route? That's a little bit boring, isn't it? Because you're seeing the same scenery on the way up as you are on the way down, so it gets a little bit repetitive. I personally think that a circular route is much better than a linear route on a mountain. So here is my 5 favourite circular routes on Snowdon. Okay, number 1 on my list is up the Llanberis Path, which is the easiest route up Snowdon. It's also the most popular route up Snowdon. And then down the Snowdon Ranger Path, that also happens to be the second easiest route up Snowdon. So you're taking the easy routes up and down. There's actually a path that connects these 2 routes together, so you don't have to get the bus back to the town of Llanberis. Just park your car up in Llanberis, up the Llanberis Path to the summit of Snowdon, down the Ranger Path, catch the walk on the connecting path, which has now got gravel on there. It used to just be dirt and mud on there. The park authority has put gravel on there. Just walk on that path and it will take you back into the town of Llanberis. Now this circular route will probably add an extra hour, maybe an hour and a half onto your journey, but that connecting path itself isn't very steep. It's really easy to walk on, and it makes a much better day because, as I said before, you're seeing different scenery because you're on the other side of the mountain. Okay, number 2 on my list is the classic, up the Pyg Track, up to the summit of Snowdon, and then down the Miners Track. The Pyg Track is the higher of the 2 routes. The Miners Track is the path that takes you around the lakes. This is an absolute classic route. Park up at Pyg Path, or if you don't want to pay the ridiculous £40 fee there in the summer, you can do the park and ride from Llanberis and catch the bus up. This is a very popular route. It's an absolute classic. I've done it dozens of times, and I couldn't complete this list of circular routes on Snowdon without including Pyg Track up, Miners Track down. Okay, number 3 on my list is to go up the Rhyd Ddu path, if I pronounced that correctly, and then go down the Snowdon Ranger Path. At the bottom of the Snowdon Ranger Path, you can either catch the bus back to the car park. I think it's only a couple of stops, it's not very far, or you can walk. I think it's about a 15-minute walk on the road. It's not particularly busy on that road. I've done it a few times, and I really like this route because the Rhyd Ddu path is my favourite route up Snowdon. It's nice and rugged. You've got a lovely ridge that you walk on the edge of. It's got beautiful, stunning views on there, and then the Snowdon Ranger Path is a nice, easy route on the descent, so it's not too bad on the knees. Okay, number 4 on my list is a little more difficult, a little more challenging. It is the Watkin Path up and the South Circular route down. Now I like this route because you don't have to walk on the road or get a bus back to the start. These 2 paths do link back to each other. So the Watkin Path is a very famous route. It starts off going through a lovely ancient forest. As you come out of the forest, you have stunning waterfalls and pools of water. They're very popular in the summer with people picnicking there. Take the route up. It does get a little bit difficult at the top of the Watkin Path. I do have a video on my channel if you want to know what the top of that route looks like. And then from the summit of Snowdon, you come back down the same way, but instead of taking left to go on the Watkin Path, you just continue on the South Ridge and descend the South Ridge, and that'll actually bring you back to the Watkin Path, sort of just above where the pools and the waterfalls were. So it's a lovely circular route, a little more challenging. You may find that the South Ridge is actually quite quiet. I don't think I've ever seen more than half a dozen people on that ridge, but it's a lovely circular route and well worth looking at if you're looking for a little bit more of a challenge on your circular route. Okay, number 5 on my list is the classic Snowdon Horseshoe, and this is by far the most challenging route on the list. So on this one, you can park up at Pyg Path or get the bus into Pyg Path from the park and ride, go on the Pyg Track, make your way up to the famous, or should I say infamous, Cribgoch Ridge, make the traverse along the ridge there. It's absolutely stunning on there with a sheer drop down one side, absolutely exhilarating as you can see in the footage here. After you've completed Cribgoch, make your way up to the summit of Snowdon. From there, you go down the top of the Watkin Path, which is quite challenging in descent because there's lots of loose stones on there. You have to be very careful. And you make your way up a mountain on the other side of Snowdon called Llanberis, if I've pronounced that correctly. This is a grade 1 scramble in itself, and then from there you descend that mountain down to the Miners Track and back down to the car park where you started. So the Snowdon Horseshoe is an absolutely classic route. It starts and finishes at Pyg Path car park. lots of grade 1 scrambling in there, lots of exposure, quite a dangerous route, dare I say. I do have a video of this entire route on my channel as well, so do go and check that out if you're interested in this more difficult circular route. So that's it, that's my 5 favourite circular routes on Snowdon, and all of them can be done without getting the bus. You can walk from the end of each route back to your starting point within a reasonable amount of time. You don't have to get a bus, you don't have to catch a connecting bus, and you don't have to walk for dozens and dozens of miles to get back to your car. So these are perfect circular routes, and as I mentioned before, it's nice to go up one side of the mountain and come down the other because you've got completely different scenery. It's essentially a 2-for-1 offer, and to me it makes a lot more sense than just going up and down a linear path. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this short video. If you have, do hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and please do check out the other videos I have on my channel. So I've been up most of the routes up Snowdon, I have most of them filmed on my YouTube channel, and the rest I'll have filmed and put onto the channel shortly. So please do go and check that out. Again, thank you for your time and thanks for watching.